What can you say about Spirited Away? What can I say about Spirited Away? I mean, I have talked about it extensively in the past in some of my videos, and it's really simple to see how. It's a movie that's worth all the talk. Spirited Away is one of Hayao Miyazaki's magnum opuses. Yeah, one of them. And likely the first film many kids of my generation and younger saw as their Ghibli entryway. It would later go on to become the first anime film to win an Oscar, and it's practically regarded as a modern classic, so much so that there's little to say that's already been said. But hey, let's give it a try anyway. Chihiro is moving to a new place with her parents, strongly hesitant for the change. But when they stumble onto what seems to be an abandoned park, her parents turn into pigs and Chihiro finds herself in the world of the spirits. Soon, she's put into work for the witch who runs the bathhouse in the city and has her name changed to Sen to keep her in line. With the condition she works hard and never complains, she and her parents can return to her world safe and sound. In the meantime, Sen learns the ins and outs of the world with new friends like Haku and No-Face, and adjusts to her conditions while unraveling her own thoughts on her situation. While keeping her head held high and a little elbow grease, Sen learns and adjusts to her new environment, learning that there's a light at the end of the tunnel as long as spirits are kept afloat. Spirited Away is one of my favorite movies for a very simple reason. It's genuine. There's an unbridled, unmitigated realism to the growth Sen has to go through, and it's treated with respect to the world and to the audience, but not to an extent where that realism outshines the other elements to the film, but rather works in tandem with them. The story? Phenomenal. It's a wonderful tale about how children are capable of growing up and solving their own problems, but they aren't invincible and will need help in some areas. It's a tough world out there, and change is a hurdle everyone will have to face in life. There are some adults who struggle with that kind of thing, but the movie treats it as something to respect, not fear or avoid. The characters? Fantastic. They are memorable, likable, and relatable characters who have dynamic chemistries and vibrant personalities that differ from the others. Yubaba's a strict, stingy boss who's also a doting mom. Haku's a no-nonsense friend who will lend you an ear to listen to you and a back to carry you. No-Face is also there, and he's funny. Ghibli's always been good at fleshing out typical people and oddballs alike, and this is one of the defining movies in showcasing that knack. The animation? Some of Ghibli's best. The movement and general aesthetic the movie employs are fast, charming, light, scary, contextualized imagery other anime films can barely touch. When you're in the sky, you're not just in the sky, you're soaring in the clouds. When you're elbow deep in muck, you are in there with the characters by their facial expressions and the general gooiness of that muck. Animation that pulls you into that realm of otherworldly feelings is incredible, and this movie nails it. The music? Pure bliss. Joe Hisaishi, the John Williams to Miyazaki Spielberg, composes a beautiful reflective soundtrack that explores the mysteries and fears of childhood and the beauty of growing up that gives the film a good third of its identity. So as you can see, I love this movie. The atmosphere of the train scene is one of my favorite things in existence, and the other scenes are just as atmospherically enticing, like with Sen and Haku talking near the hedges, or Sen's walk back to the bathhouse. She takes you along for this ride, exploring her feelings and thoughts in a rational but limited sense. It's because of this that makes Sen one of the greatest kid characters out there. It's clear from the start that she is a kid. She gets upset easily, she's pessimistic about her situation, but it's not to a point of being unlikable. It's a completely understandable and relatable character subject matter. Having her not complain is a great setup. She's not allowed to speak against the negative aspects of the job because of her contract. That's a pretty creative method to get across the views of both Chihiro and the audience, while also giving the chance to explore other perspectives. You sympathize with her as she does all these menial tasks to a point where you can relate to her. It doesn't feel forced, you sense she really does want to complain, but won't in retrospect to her growing character rather than her established goal, meaning the plot device builds her virtues rather than supports her wants. By doing this, we can see that it's not a simple work hard and get what you want film. It's one that tells you there will be hardships in life. Moping is fine, but life and changes will happen, and you can't let those get the better of you. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too deep into it, or maybe not even enough, but that's how I saw it. And that's not to mention the other themes of the film, like environmentalism and even greed and capitalism. There's so much to dissect and dive into, I absolutely love it. It's a simple premise with a complex message for people of all ages. It has a fantastic protagonist, some of Ghibli's greatest artistry, and a slew of other things I couldn't touch because of how unexplainable it can get, but you know, in a good way. Take a look for yourself and see if it can wisp you away too.